As an actor or as a person?
Both.
Okay.
First as a person, when you analyze his role, and then as an actor when you performed it.
Okay, see, you know, as a person, I feel it will be very difficult. See, I used to teach theatre in schools, and I used to find it quite challenging and, you know, quite demanding to communicate with the children when their energy is all over the place. You know, the last thing that they want to hear is the instruction from you. So for a coach, I believe to train a 5-year-old is very difficult, because to direct him, to give him one direction, to put him in some kind of a discipline is something very challenging for a coach. For an actor, I always maintained a distance from Mayur, who is playing Budhiya. At the same time, I was always available to him and all the children who were there in the film. You know, just trying to find a right balance between the actor and the real coach that I was playing, because I wanted these children to feel that I am a coach, you know, on the set also, off the camera too. So I used to give away that much and not more, you know. So all the time maintaining that, you know, that image about myself was very difficult off the camera, because we were meeting for 45 days and behaving in a certain way with the children, not getting carried away by their, you know, innocence, was a quite a difficult task. I told my director also that, you know, I don't want, please don't force me to behave and to make friends with them in the manner that you want me to be friends with them. Because I have my experience with working with children. And I just leave it to me that, you know, I'll be doing everything right when it comes to dealing with them. And it worked. I mean, eventually, when you see the film, Mayur, till now, he comes and holds my hand. But at the same time, Mayur knows that he can't cross a line, you know. So that's how Biranchi was with Budhiya, because that's the research that we've done. We've realized that, you know, that's how Biranchi was with Budhiya. He was like, he was father-like, he was mentor-like, he was guide-like, he was teacher-like, he was friend-like, but he never let him cross a boundary.
It's very interesting you say that, and I want to come to you, Sunil, because you're the captain of the Indian football team, and as the captain, you're also leading the boys, you're leading the team. And the reason why I ask you, why is that role crucial? Because there's several parents and teachers here, and the role they play in the development of the child also kind of juxtaposes with the role you play. How does that role come to you? How do you balance that, being the captain, a friend, and a coach all at the same time?
Good afternoon, everyone. Khana nahi khaya kya? Good afternoon, everyone. Yeah, that's nice. I mean, when I was growing up, and when I used to look up to my seniors, the best thing that I realized was, you see and you learn more than when you get lectured. So जब मैं छोटा था और कोई आके मुझे lecture देता था, मैं बहुत bore हो जाता था, because you have just little span, and all the kids over here will understand that. So when I became a senior, when I became the captain, I thought, if I be a better professional, if I come on time, if I trust and respect my coaches, if I do the right things, eat the right stuff, sleep at the right time, and be a good example for my younger ones to see me, they will learn more than me calling them, Acha, aaja, beto, let me lecture you, let me tell you what. Then you just tend not to get what exactly you should get. So as what I learned when I was young is to see and learn is what I try to give when I'm a senior. It's much more easier, especially in sports. Because in sports, you tend to lose that consideration very soon. So I try to be a better professional. I try to be a better example, and then I hope that kids are going to follow, and the pattern goes on. When they become senior, they'll have the same thing, and the cycle goes on. And I think that's the right way.
Interesting. Dr. Mukherjee, Sunil Chetri raises a very important point that kids beyond a point can't listen to too much advice. But at the same time, in your experience as a child psychologist, do you feel that parents somehow at times live their own dreams through their children? They're trying to vicariously live through their children. Have you felt that? And how does a parent's pressure in that sense affect the child?
You are absolutely correct. As a matter of fact, most of the parents, they always want to live their dreams through their children. What they always wanted to do or what they could not do. Somewhere they had the potential, especially ladies also, what they could have done in their life, but they could not do because of marriage or certain reasons. Even men for that matter, to earn money, they could not do certain things. So they always try to live their life through their children. Then my child should become this. But we need to understand one thing, that every child, like for example, is not a scholar. Every child may not be an athlete. Every child may not be a musician or a good dancer or a singer. The most important thing for children to be happy, these happy kids, everyone has to be happy, right? We all want to be happy, the most important objective. So to be happy, we need to allow them to find out their passion. Because in our life, the maximum time we spend, or 1/3 of our life, we are spending in something what we call vocation or work. To bring about survival, to earn money. Sometimes we don't enjoy it. If that part, 1/3, apart from 1/3 what we sleep, if that 1/3 we are able to enjoy to the fullest, you can just imagine a sportsman, the way he enjoys, or a musician, creating a music, or a painter, or anyone for that matter, an actor, acting, that's his soul, his spirit. So when you are doing what you love to do, and that is nothing like it, that is spiritual growth, I would say. In a small child also you can create that spirituality. So we need to help them to find out what is their passion, what is that they love to do, and then guide them, mold them. There is something called a format, 3F, what we call it.
Right.
But we will not go into that right now.
Right.
Okay, thank you.
I want to come to you, Ms. Korea. You have broken tradition by being the first woman principal. That in itself is for many others extremely inspirational. But like what Dr. Mukherjee said, do you face that? Are you trying to instill in the children who are here and the others in your school perhaps the dreams of what their parents want them to do? Or how difficult is it to really bring out what the child wants to do and allow them to nourish that, to further that dream?
Thank you, Maruk. First of all, I am very happy to have all of you here. The name of your films, Born to Run, is very well aligned with the motto of my school, which is Born for Greater Things. Okay, so in that context, thank you. And I think my boys and my teachers are also happy. To answer your question, Maruk, as a principal, and I think my staff will agree with me, that we are always trying to maintain that delicate balance between the security and the mental well-being of the child and the expectation of the parent. Okay? In this generation, maybe it's always been there, but since we are teachers in this particular generation, parental expectations are great. I don't know where the parents have set that standard. I mean, they have a hidden standard in their mind. Possibly it has come from something that happened, as doctor said, in their childhood. It could be something they have read. It could be something that they have seen. And unconsciously, they compare their child to that standard in their mind. Okay? The standard could be the neighbor's kid also. And because of that, they expect so much from their child. And each child, we believe, is uniquely different. And within those differences itself, there are variations. Like, for instance, we pride ourselves on being a sports school.
Right.
Children, we have superstars who play very good football, for instance. And a boy who's very good at football, there may be a day he's just off. And I've had parents on the sideline screaming, "You idiot, get your head into the game." Okay, now that's very sad. Okay, we can't say anything. This is what the parent wants. And this is with sports, this is with studies, this is with music, with everything. So I think...
And that's perhaps something that should change. Or
Should.
at least we hope that parents start listening to actually what the children want.
Absolutely.
And
Absolutely.
Manoj, I want to ask you this. like you mentioned, you researched the movie. There was a lot of research that went into what Budhiya did and what happened to him and how he became this child prodigy and the world's youngest child marathon runner. Do you think if he had been in a different country, he would perhaps have been encouraged more? Do you feel that in India, our young talent is not given that kind of support from the system, from the state, from the government?